When people get connected to people and vote to vote, democracy is created. Voters keep connecting, creating new connections. Matdata Junction, hashtag Matdata Junction. Matdata Junction, hashtag Matdata Junction.
So, Abhishek, looking very smart these days?
Oh, Rajesh, yes, great fun these days. Our beloved uncle from the locality is going to contest the elections. And look, he has given me this latest watch. And he has promised to give similar watches to all the young voters who I can convince to vote for him. Uncle calls me a hero because I have a lot of followers on Insta. Should I take you along too?
Abhishek, you are not a hero, but a complete zero. You are surely aware of his reputation. He has already been jailed 4 times.
Come on here, leave aside such talks.
Every time he somehow manages to come out, but everyone is well aware of his illegal work. He wants to become white-collared after winning the election. He wants to get votes by luring people like you. Actually, we should avoid such candidates and also save our country. Expose such candidates through your Insta handle and become a real hero by alerting other citizens.
You're right, friend. All right. I will give you full support in this work.
That's my Abhishek, a real hero.
Hello. Well, did you hear the conversation between Rajesh and Abhishek? You too may face such situations, and we will tell you what you should do then. And once again, a warm welcome to all of you to this special presentation, Matdata Junction. I am Parthi, and with me is
your friend Bharat. And hello, dear friends, and welcome to Matdata Junction.
well focused on the rights of voters. In this episode of Matdata Junction, we are going to tell you about the model code of conduct applicable at the time of elections, that is, equal opportunity and rules of plain level playing for all parties during elections.
Which means that right from the announcement of the election, the model code of conduct sets the guidelines for political parties, their candidates, as well as all government employees across the country with full transparency, together with the existence of equal opportunities for all. And also, in the interest of credibility of promises, all play the role with a healthy behavior so that democracy becomes strong.
And now, on the platform of our Matdata Junction has arrived our very own election uncle.
Welcome, Uncle. We were expecting you, of course.
Hello, uncle.
Hi, hello guys. I had to come here to meet you all. Well, I can see both of you, but seems our dear Kalpana has not yet arrived at the junction.
Uncle, you mention her name and she doesn't show up. Has this ever happened? That can never be. Look there.
Absolutely. How can that be? Warm greetings to all of you.
Oh, hello, Kalpana.
Hello.
Now that we have all gathered here, why not get into voter-friendly talks?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
We are many tongues and many tribes, complete as one for no bondage, no pride. Grand slope, freedom and peace. Take your vote and make it worth. Give us strength to stand for a right. Cast a vote for better tomorrow.
Uncle, Kalpana is fully aware of the code of conduct of Matdata Junction. But today, we are talking about the model code of conduct during elections.
Bharat, Bhati, and Kalpana, the greatest purpose of ideal code of conduct, which we are going to talk about today, is that no political party, its leader, or any officer employee can influence the election environment, voters, or voting process by using the influence directly or on any other pretext.
Yes, and by the way, also, canvassing for votes in the name of religion, race, or caste is also considered a violation of the Model Code of Conduct.
So strict?
Yes.
It is not a matter of strictness, but a matter of impartiality, so that the contesting representative has to campaign within reasonable limits.
Okay.
Now, let us try to know in detail how to follow ideal code of conduct, and our dear Kalpana knows this very well.
Here it goes. It is like this. As soon as the elections are announced, the Model Code of Conduct becomes applicable, and then after nomination for election, a candidate is advised to refrain from raising issues relating to public activities and criticizing any aspect of someone's private life immediately post the announcement. This is a kind of directive to all the parties and the candidates who are expected to scrupulously refrain from all such activities.
Okay. Kalpana, we often hear the term corrupt practices.
Yes. You see, corrupt practices is a crime like luring voters, distributing money. And oh yes, didn't you hear in the beginning of the program how candidate Abhishek was trying to lure young voters with watches? In such cases, C-Vigil app helps our voters, through which voters can directly report of such undesirable activities to polling officers.
Okay.
It is impossible to imagine Kalpana talking without mentioning any kind of app. So the talk of C-Vigil app was but natural.
Indeed.
So, Kalpana, please tell us how the C-Vigil app helps the voters.
Alright, intimidation of voters, promoting a candidate by giving gifts, impersonification of voters, holding public meetings during the period of 48 hours ending with the time fixed for closing of poll is a corrupt practice. Providing to and fro transportation vehicles to voters to the polling stations is also a corrupt practice. Voters can bring all these to the notice of the Election Commission through the C-Vigil app, and the information is kept completely confidential. So there is no need for fear. Conscious voters should download this app from Play Store immediately.
So, friends, I'm sure you've all understood Kalpana. So what are you waiting for? Download the C-Vigil app immediately. And on this note, now why not listen to an upbeat song?
Oh yes, why not?
Why not?
So friends, today in Matdata Junction, we're talking about the Model Code of Conduct, and before the musical break, we were informed about the conduct of fair elections.
And not to forget, Kalpana told us about the C-Vigil app.
Yes, that's right. Kalpana,
Yes.
see, many citizens get worried about the fact that political parties paste posters on the walls of their houses. So, does the Model Code of Conduct have any say on the putting up of flags or hanging of banners or pasting notices or writing slogans on someone's land or house, on the walls of his house without the consent of the owner?
Of course, Bharat. It says like this. Under no circumstance can you put up posters on the walls of someone's house without his or her permission. Along with this, it is also wrong to obstruct or disrupt any organized meetings and processions during the election. Not only this, it is a crime if workers of any political party or its supporters obstruct any public meeting organized by another political party by asking oral or written questions or by distributing pamphlets of their party. Do you know, the Code of Conduct is not limited to gatherings only.
Oh really? Then?
There are some rules for taking out a procession, and conduct on the polling day is most important. We will discuss the rules related to the procession later. First of all, Sri Ajay Badu, Deputy Election Commissioner of the Election Commission of India, will throw some light on the conduct on the polling day.
Model Code of Conduct अर्थात
Model Code of Conduct is a set of rules prepared with the consent of political parties for the guidance of political parties and candidates, which all of them have agreed to follow strictly. The Election Commission of India under Article 324 of the Constitution of India ensures its compliance by the political parties and candidates contesting the elections for the conduct of free, fair and peaceful elections to the Parliament and state legislatures. It also ensures that the machinery of governance is not misused for the purpose of election. Any kind of election-related crime, malpractices and corrupt practices like leering of voters, threatening and intimidation activities are stopped in every possible ways. Appropriate measures are also taken in the case of violation. The Model Code of Conduct is enforced from the date of announcement of the election and it remained in force in that constituency till the completion of the election process.
Shri Ajay Bhaduji, Deputy Election Commissioner of the Election Commission of India, has indeed given accurate and useful information.
Uncle,
Yes?
the role of political parties is important and the ruling party must also follow its conduct, isn't it?
Yes, Bharat. The ruling party must behave very cautiously. Ministers cannot combine their official tolls with election-related works and they cannot use government transports, vehicles, machineries or personnel, including government aircraft. No one has a monopoly on the use of public places like grounds for holding election meetings and helipads for air flights. There is no monopoly of the ruling party or its candidate on rest houses, inspection bungalows or other government residences.
Uncle, but what are the arrangements for the candidate to do this campaign?
They are to desist from publication of advertisements in newspapers and other medias at the cost of the public exchequer, and they cannot misuse official mass media for political news or biased coverage during election period and cannot publicize the achievements with intention of increasing the prospects of the ruling party.
Okay. Uncle, anything else which is important?
Yes, party. The Minister of Central or State Government as candidate shall not enter any place of polling or counting of votes except in the capacity of an agent or voter. Ministers are not to announce any financial grant or give any pledge related to it in any form, nor can they lay foundation stones of schemes. They cannot make commitments on any construction of roads or provision of drinking water facilities and other such things. They also cannot make any ad hoc appointments in government sectors or PSUs.
Okay, Uncle, that's clear. So, this was a discussion on the Model Code of Conduct. And now, it's time for last episode's question and answer. Our question was, the opportunity to vote by EVM was started in the whole country from which year's Lok Sabha election? And the correct answer, from the year 2004 Lok Sabha elections. Well, correct answers to this question has been received from all over the country.
And as usual, there's just one lucky winner.
Right.
The lucky winner is Rais Ahmed Bangru from Dharmuna, District and Post Office Budgam, Jammu and Kashmir.
Heartiest congratulations to you, Rais Ahmed Bangru.
And now, the question for this episode. From which day or date does the MCC or the Model Code of Conduct come into force during the elections?
I repeat the question. From which day or date does the Model Code of Conduct come into force during elections?
Send your answer as soon as possible. Remember, our WhatsApp number is 9999031950.
Well, it's time for us to go now, but we'll meet you again next week at the same time, at the same meeting point, Matdata Junction, with lots of information.
Till then, we bid adieu from each one of you.
Bye-bye.
Matdata Junction has been